Missouri's Attorney General just sued a St. Louis area school district over its transgender bathroom policy. The board kept that policy in closed meetings without telling any parents or even letting them weigh in. The Attorney General says that violates the state's open meetings law. One school board member claimed it's really none of the parents' blankety-blank business who's in the bathroom with their kids. Dozens of parents disagreed and complained to the AG's office. This comes after President Biden's education secretary got fierce backlash for scolding parents.
You've said that public education and public schools are under attack. I'm wondering whether this is something that other education secretaries have had to grapple with.
I've never seen it where it is now. There was civility. We could disagree. I respect differences of opinion. I don't have too much respect for people that are misbehaving in public and then acting as if they know what's right for kids.
Boy, we have a lot to get to here. Andrew Bailey, Missouri Attorney General, welcome in Focus. First of all, talk to me about the law and that closed meeting and really what the retribution from this can be if they don't let parents talk.
Well, we're fighting to protect a parent's rights to know what's going on in their kid's school and to have a say in that process. What we have here is a board that unlawfully closed a meeting in order to adopt a transgender bathroom policy with the express intent of boxing the parents out and depriving them of their rights. And we're not going to let that happen on my watch. We're going to fight to enforce the state's open meetings law and ensure that the parents' rights are respected.
AG Bailey, when you read that line, and I had to bleep it then, I'll bleep it now, that it's none of the bleeping business of parents who's in the bathroom with their kids. I mean, I have two young teenage girls. Yeah, I absolutely want to know if they're biological males in a locker room, in a bathroom, in a place where they are expecting privacy as young women.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I mean, look, the stated express intent of some of the board members was to avoid parental participation in violation of state statute. And so that establishes the violation of the state open meetings law. And that's why we're pushing this lawsuit forward. We're going to ensure that the parents' rights are respected. The whole purpose of the open meetings law in this respect is to ensure that the policies adopted by the school are consistent with the parents' values and ensuring the child's safety. And how can the parents know that if the board adopts a policy in closed session in secrecy and then subjects the parents to it as a fait accompli?
A.G. Bailey, are you concerned at all about a slippery slope? Like it might be this issue today and something else tomorrow?
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen parental rights under attack by the left for the past several years. We've seen flashpoints in that larger culture war battle in places like Virginia, where we learned that when parents get involved, real changes can be made. But when I see federal officials from the White House and across the administration targeting parental rights for DOJ investigation or saying that parents don't know what's best for their kids, that upsets me as a parent and as a citizen. I mean, at the end of the day in Missouri, we're going to fight to ensure that parents have a say in the process pursuant to the state open records law, pursuant to the state's open meetings law and pursuant to state statute in regards to how human sexuality is taught in our schools.
A.G. Bailey, please keep us posted. We'll follow the story and bring you back. Thank you for being in Focus.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.